comes the Kentucky offense back out there. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll feed the back again. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
3rd down after that running play. The back's got it. The ball is loose. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. And here's the handoff. And it's good for a 1st down to the 36.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. And that's incomplete, even on a 1st down pass attempt. He felt heavy pressure.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the 2nd half.
2nd down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He breaks into the clear. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. The pocket breaking down. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Makes the 1st down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Powerful running into the secondary. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. That kind of execution in a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. It's caught. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. To the air, it's Murphy. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Looks to his left and makes the completion. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Hands it off on the counter. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Here's the second down play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Breaking free at midfield. Just trucks through the defender. Tackle is finally made, but it's down to the 28-yard line. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
There's the handoff. Tough running there. They prevent the touchdown. Ball will be spotted at the 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. They'll try to run for the first down. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point was up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. Looks to the left, and it's complete. And a nice first down game there. They get him down, but very close to the first down marker.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Lets it go quickly. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Dropping back, it's Murphy. Looking for the wide out. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Touchdown, LSU. This quarterback on fire today. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Pitch to the back. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run phase, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Ball handed off. Solid run. They'll bring it back at the 28-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order on this play. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
How about the call here? They call it the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll kick it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They've got a chance here, enough time to try to add some points before halftime. 1st down, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Powers through a tackle. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. And he's got his man open downfield. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. He missed it. This game remains tied in the 2nd quarter.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Back to pass. It's Murphy. And he slings this pass over the middle. And it's complete downfield. They finally make the stop there after a huge gain, but that wraps up the first half. Minna's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. It's caught downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Gain moves the ball right near midfield. It'll be first down. And the single back takes the handoff. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
He'll hand it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator to go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff heading left. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun, handoff inside. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Receiver makes the catch. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal yardage to the 9.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a first and goal inside the 10. They call the counter play here. And they've got him. Offense facing second and goal. Dropping back. It's Murphy. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Touchdown, Tigers. That puts them on top in the second half. No surprise there, Kirk. It's a red zone touchdown to the big tight end.
Well, the tight ends are usually much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set. Allows them to be more effective down in this area. Now, they may not hurt you on the big, long throw, but they can use their bodies to provide the quarterback a nice target when the defense is so condensed.
This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Kentucky offense back out there. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. And this pass is caught. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Caught quickly. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes that his guy is better than their guy.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Back to throw again. Short connection to the tight end here. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Looks like Kentucky will have the first down.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
Kentucky getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. An inside give now from the shotgun. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he'll hit out of bounds after a short gain on that run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
It's third down for the offense. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the third quarter of play. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. That's another touchdown for this running back. They can't stop him. Dream performance in this playoff game.
Yeah, this is going to be a performance we're going to be talking about for a long time. I just love watching because he's doing it in so many different ways. We've seen speed. We've seen his physicality. He's breaking tackles. Boy, just an absolute dream scenario, as you said.
And the fair catch, signal for and take it. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. And the senior quarterback, lucky it didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Scanning the field, it's Murphy. He's running out of time here. Oh, and he dropped it. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. That brings up third down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Quick completion to the tight end. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball and you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. A running. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. To be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
That back was shot out of a gun. How quick did he accelerate to pick up those yards? Just an electric run. Somehow he's knocked out of bounds at just the 1-yard line. Boy, he deserved a touchdown there.
First and goal. They need points, but it wouldn't hurt to also milk the clock a bit. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Urgency here. Got to cut it this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Dropping back. It's Murphy. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Well, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
PAT is up and good. You lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And the Kentucky offense is back out on the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. And the one moves the ball over the 33.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Crosses the 45. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. They'll run the option. And the freshman brings him down quickly. One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
They're setting out to try the PAT. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Really excellent possession last time. They mixed the run and the pass, kept the defense off balance en route to a touchdown. They'll run it to the left. Now it's second down here. Back in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Looking downfield. It's Murphy. Quick throw to his receiver. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. And now the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run. The
guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's moving out of the pocket now. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. It's a shotgun run call. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Defense trying to get the stop here and send this to overtime. Handoff running right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the 4th quarter. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. And that's a great example that he's up to it.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They're going to run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. He just came flying in to lay the lumber immediately.
What a great job of timing up the blitz here by the backer. I don't know how this running back held on to the football because as soon as he got his hands on it, he got hit hard.
The shotgun handoff here. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, it all really comes down to this right now, Chris. You know, you're already in field goal range. You have a chance to maybe work a little bit closer. But let's face it, this defense, they're shooting those gaps. They're trying to come up with a loss of yardage, maybe trying to rip the ball out. Offense has to be incredibly smart with their play call and make sure you align that kicker where he's very comfortable to potentially hitting this game-winning field goal.
And the defense will take time out to stop the clock. 20 seconds remaining. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense swarms to make a tackle for loss on that 3rd down catch.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the first down.
So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. The kick is blocked. Somebody got a hand on that. And the defense scoops it up. It's a live ball, remember. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. So 1st and 10, our first play of overtime. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play of that corner.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a 3rd down.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on 3rd down? Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally. It can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And with that, they retake the lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. You need a field goal at least to force another overtime. And they'll run it out of the shotgun.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. To throw, it's Murphy. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, 3rd down and short. They decide to throw the football. roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at 4th and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
So it all comes down to this. They pass on the field goal and go for it on 4th and short. This is the ball game. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Looking to the end zone. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
What a great job by this entire unit. The coaches, the players, everybody keeping their composure as this game goes into overtime. They didn't panic. They did what they needed to do, and they come out of this game with a win.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.